What a time it is to return to this channel as an anime and manga diehard fan. What's up guys, it's Motsuki back for my first video in sheesh, a very long time at least, but it is a great time to be a Dragon Ball fan if you are a fan of that franchise, because we had the massive Dragon Ball event that was hyped up for the last couple of months, that we were going to be, getting some big anime news and some video game stuff. And boy, did we get probably the biggest Dragon Ball news since the end of Dragon Ball Super in 2018, because we got the announcement of the MORO arc finally being adapted into the anime, and we got the confirmation that Dragon Ball Super is getting remade from the ground up, along with the brand new video game Age 1000. Now in this video, I'm only going to be talking about the Dragon Ball Super MORO arc and the entire Super anime getting remastered from the ground up as the enhanced edition, as the Dragon Ball people talked about. So yeah, if you guys are excited for Dragon Ball Super coming back, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I talk about all things anime, not just Boruto, as you guys may sort of tell from what I've posted on this channel so far. I do talk about other anime as well. It's just I did Boruto to sort of kind of get the channel started. So yeah, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, make sure to subscribe, because I'm excited for Dragon Ball Super coming back. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are as well. And without further ado, let's talk about it. Last night at the Genki Dama Matsuri event in Japan, we had the announcement of Dragon Ball Super's return. They did a massive 40th anniversary special video, which had music done by Hans Zimmer of all people. This is the same dude who made the music for The Dark Knight, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Man of Steel. Like, the fact that they got Hans Zimmer to do the music, and they sort of teased that he's going to be doing the music for Dragon Ball Super once the remake comes out, is incredible. They are literally giving Dragon Ball Super the treatment it finally deserves, because I think Dragon Ball Super is extremely overhated. Yes, is it as good as Z? No. Is it as good as OG Dragon Ball? No. Is it as bad as people make it out to be? No. So yeah, I think Dragon Ball Super deserves a lot of love and deserves to be, up there in terms of best animated shows ever. And it's finally getting that treatment. So I'm glad to see that. And the other announcement that was made was, of course, Dragon Ball Super BEERUS, which is the Battle of Gods arc animated for the third time. And it's going to be the first retelling of Dragon Ball Super as part of course, the anime's I guess you can really call it a remake that's coming back in fall of this year, actually. So yeah, fall 2026 is when the Dragon Ball Super anime is slated to return, and I can't wait. So a lot of people I've seen online on discussions, because I've been going through many forums and many chats on different content creators, platforms like Geekdom 101, Toon Raider, and a bunch of other Dragon Ball content creators, as well as Twitter and Instagram. So I want to kind of clear up the air here so that people are not confused on what exactly this is. So if you are familiar with other anime aside from Dragon Ball, if you are a Dragon Ball fan like Demon Slayer, Bleach, The 1000-Year Blood War, and Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball is pretty much getting the Demon Slayer treatment, where Demon Slayer as a whole is one anime, but it's split up into different sections. So like you have the recent Demon Slayer Infinite Castle film, like that's one whole arc put into a movie, but in Dragon Ball Super's case, this is an anime, not a film. And you have, Infinite Castle Part 2 and Infinite Castle Part 3. And then you have Bleach, The 1000-Year Blood War Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. So kind of think about Dragon Ball like that, like Super in its entirety is getting redone. So BEERUS is not just one mini series of, oh, this is a one-off Dragon Ball Super Battle of Gods thing. No. It's the entirety of Dragon Ball Super, because it has the same new Super logo as MORO. It's just that they're, instead of doing it how they originally did it, where they just kept airing episodes every single week, it's become a seasonal anime now, where they're splitting the arcs into its own little mini anime within the larger anime, so that each arc gets its time to really thrive and shine and not be rushed. So We also got confirmed from Geekdom 101 that Resurrection F is also getting remade as well, and that is going to be about the same length as Dragon Ball Super BEERUS, which is about 6 to 7 episodes long, which I am perfectly okay with. The fact that they're trimming out all the BS that we did not care about when the original Super anime came out is great to me. So yeah, that is fantastic news to hear, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get the Universe. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure Geekdom 101 did confirm from one of his sources that the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament is getting remade as well. So again, further goes to, you know, solidify my, not really opinion, but it's kind of a fact at this point, but you know, my sort of understanding that they are remaking the entirety of Dragon Ball Super from the ground up, and they're going arc by arc instead of making it a weekly anime where it's a new episode every week where it's rushed and it has shitty animation. Like, no, they're really taking their time with this, and I think they're doing this for a few reasons. So Daima is definitely the reason why I think they're remaking it. For the most part, they want to make Super Saiyan 4 canon officially, and I think we're going to see Super Saiyan 4 either make an appearance in Dragon Ball Super BEERUS, or Goku is going to explain why he cannot tap into Super Saiyan 4 to BEERUS anymore, officially making that form canon and making the events of Dragon Ball Super Daima canon, so that the official Dragon Ball timeline will go OG Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Daima, then Dragon Ball Super, and then the end of Z right after that. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to see. I also think they're doing this because they realized that they screwed up the first time they did Super, and they want to honor Toriyama's legacy by actually, you know, giving Super good animation and not, you know, moving forward without realizing that, oh, we really screwed up during Super and Super's animation is pretty subpar. Personally, I hope that the Boruto Naruto Next Generations anime, aka Boruto Part 1, gets this treatment, because all of Boruto Part 1 in the manga has been done for a couple of years now. It's been a while since that ended, so if they really wanted to give it the Dragon Ball Super treatment and redo all of Boruto Part 1 by getting rid of this stupid anime filler and just follow purely the manga stuff, I would be more than happy with that, because the Code arc got absolutely shafted in the anime, and that pissed me off to no end. But I'm getting off on a tangent there. Back to Dragon Ball. Yeah, I think that, you know, it getting enhanced animation, and from what I hear, they're adding manga content into this, is great. I think, you know, with Dragon Ball fans, they're kind of ungrateful a lot of the time, where they're like, oh, we're getting Battle of Gods for the 4th time. Like, we've had it animated twice and in the manga, so this will be the 4th time we're getting it. Like, I mean, I love Battle of Gods, so I don't mind seeing it again. I just think that it makes sense if they're going to do the MORO arc. Well, not if, they are doing the MORO arc. You would want the animation to sort of be consistent between all the arcs, because you don't want to see the shitty animation of Battle of Gods continue Super and then get to MORO, and MORO all of a sudden has this god tier animation where you're like, why didn't it look like this from the beginning all the way to now, right? You don't want that. You want consistently, kind of like how Attack on Titan consistently had good animation from beginning to end, right? So you don't want that treatment. So I think this is good. You know, we'll get Dragon Ball Super BEERUS in the fall. Probably in next winter, we'll get Dragon Ball Super Frieza. Then we'll get Dragon Ball Super, I guess they're going to call it Tournament of Destroyers, because that's what that arc is called, the Universe 7 versus Universe 6 arc. Then we're going to get either Dragon Ball Goku Black, which would be amazing, because we're finally going to get perfected Super Saiyan Blue, I think, in the anime. And we're going to get Super Saiyan Goku Black, which is, I can't wait, because I'm like, bro, why haven't we gotten Super Saiyan Goku Black animated at all yet, bro? Like, this shit's pissing me off. And we're going to finally see what we saw in the manga all those years ago, Super Saiyan God Vegeta versus Goku Black. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And then we're going to get right into, of course, Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Power. Then I think they are probably going to retell the Broly movie just to make it consistent with all of Dragon Ball Super's anime. So I do think we are going to get the Broly movie retold, which I don't know how I feel about that, because the Broly movie is one of the greatest anime films of all time, and the animation is beyond god tier. So I don't know how I feel about Broly getting retold, but if they are taking this as seriously as we, it seems they seem to be taking it, I'm not really that concerned. Considering they have Takahashi in there, and clearly they have Shintani in there somewhat, so I'm not really worried too much. Then after that, we're gonna get the MORO arc, Dragon Ball Super: The Galactic Patrol, finally airing after the Broly stuff. Then right after that, we're gonna get to the arc I've been wanting to see animated the most, which is the Granola the Survivor arc, where we're going to get God of Destruction Vegeta, aka Ultra Ego Vegeta, animated for the first time ever, and I cannot wait to see that, because when I first saw that transformation when it first came out, what was it, back in like summer 2021 in the manga, I was like, bro, I need to see this shit animated like tomorrow, today, because it was so fire, bro. And we're gonna see, Goku learn how to use Ultra Instinct in his Super Saiyan forms, because if you remember in that arc, Goku learned how to use Ultra Instinct in Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, and he learned how to use Ultra Instinct in his Super Saiyan forms, basically with Whis trying to get him to ultimately master just using Ultra Instinct in his base form so he doesn't have to transform all that much when he fights opponents. So yeah, all that stuff is going to be epic. And then of course, the big thing we're all waiting for to get animated so we can finally get this shit in the games, Black freaking Frieza. It's a great time to be a Dragon Ball fan. I really don't have anything else to say other than that. Like, I'm very excited. I hope you guys are very excited too. If it sounds like I'm talking kind of weird, it's because I'm just getting over a cold. I've had a cold for a while, so my nasals are kind of backed up, so I apologize for that. But yeah, man, I can't wait. What do you guys think about this news? Are you guys excited for the Dragon Ball Super remake? Are you guys excited for Dragon Ball Super: The Galactic Patrol? If you are, let me know in the comments down below. I'm Mati. I'm gonna get out of here right now, or I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your day or night, whatever you guys are watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. I got a lot of good stuff planned for 2026. I'm back officially, not going away again, because I retired from my original channel, Jade's Corner. And also, just outside of being an anime and manga fan, if you guys are fans of comic books and stuff, my brand new main channel, which this is also going to be the main channel, so I'll have two main channels, Jade's Corner Reborn, is up and running now. I have 41 subscribers, so I'm trying to get, as many subscribers as possible, so, I can kind of get back to where I was on the original Jade's Corner channel. Same with this channel. But if you guys are interested in anything comic books, graphic novels, I talk about Marvel, DC, Invincible, Ninja Turtles, even got some Ben 10 in there. So yeah, I'll leave that channel linked in the description down below. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling on now. Enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this, and Dragon Ball Super is back, baby. Let's go.